Hi everyone, today I will talk about mobile threats. So in this webinar, I will talk about the type of mobile threats and also the example of mobile security attack. Okay. Nowadays, mobile threats are becoming more and more prevalent. Hackers actively seek out the vulnerable application, especially mobile application for reverse engineering and other type of tampering or fraud. For example, hackers can reverse engineer your mobile application using decompiler, or they can focus on the communication between your mobile application and their server. This approach enables different forms of abuse, each of which can have severe consequences for your organization. So next is the type of mobile threats. Typically, there are two types of mobile threats, which are dynamic analysis attack and static analysis attack. Static analysis attack. In this type of attack, the malicious user attempt to decompile or deassemble the application offline on a local machine. During a static attack, the hacker may look at your organization or your application source code and attempt to reverse engineer it to understand how the app functions. From there, they may look for further security vulnerability within the application or sensitive information to extract. Like for example, the attacker download the Facebook apps from Google Play Store, and they may look into the source code and find the vulnerability from the source code. So if the attacker found the vulnerability, they may insert malware or even launch an attack to extract sensitive information such as the user email and password, or even the credit card information. Dynamic analysis attack. These are attempts at understanding the way in which an application works or at modifying its intended behavior at runtime. Usually, the hacker will run an app on a test device where they may try to modify the way in which the application using the hooking framework, or try to gain insight into his inner working using a debugger. For example, a hacker may try to hook a function of the application to make a license check always run through in order to gain unauthorized access to an application. Next is the example of mobile security attack. Here are three examples of mobile security attack that the hacker commonly execute, which are API key extraction, cloning, malware insertion, and intellectual property theft, and piracy and credential harvesting. API key extraction. The hacker can access the application source code and search for API key. By extracting this key, the hacker can use them in their own application to use a paid service for free. Or the attacker can distribute the API key publicly, which can result in a loss of money for the targeted company. For instance, the attacker accesses the source code of WhatsApp and then search the API key and retrieve it. The attacker can use the paid service in other applications for free. The next is the cloning, malware insertion, and intellectual property theft. In this attack, the hacker downloads an app and modify it to inject malware, distribute, clone, steal intellectual property, disable license check, and more. They often distribute clone apps in an apps marketplace, fooling legitimate users into thinking the copy is the actual application. So for example, the attacker downloads the banking apps from Google Play Store and then clone it and release the clone apps to Google Play Store or any other store online. Hence, if anyone downloaded the clone apps and use it, the hacker can get their information easily, and the organization can suffer substantial financial and reputational damage when their mobile applications are cloned or their brand become associated with fraud. So lastly is piracy and credential harvesting. If an attacker downloads an app and modify and distribute it, they can send a user credential to their own backend server to steal the data or gain insight to service for free. In some cases, the hacker redistribute this credential for profit. For example, the attacker downloads WhatsApp from Google Play Store, inject malware and rename it as WhatsApp, and release the WhatsApp to Google Play Store or any other store. So, if a user downloaded the WhatsApp from Google Play Store, their information can be stolen by the attacker. All these attacks are serious as they can target an organization's intellectual property, sensitive information contained by the code, or revenue-generating part of the application, such as advertising and premium features. If ads remain unprotected, organizations can lose money, suffer reputational damage, or compromise valuable customer data. That's all for this webinar. Hope you enjoy this. Thank you for your time and attention.